Live.
What's up,
Yo!
y'all? Are we actually live?
I think we are. It says live.
Nice.
It's good to see you all. We are in the same location for this. It's been a journey over the last couple of months. Matt and I were last together in Guatemala, probably 8 months ago.
8, 9 months ago, yeah.
And Matt came to Mexico. We continued our journey of building and connecting with the Live More Perfect Days community and creating. And today we're doing a wrap up of the Money Manifestation Reboot series. This was our 3-part video series where we went through the process of understanding how to use the law of attraction to bring financial flow into your life. And so we are going to go with the single camera option today, which makes it a little bit tricky because the last time we did this, it was somewhere between talking to the camera and talking to each other. But yeah, if you're watching this, please let us know where you are tuning in from. Also, let us know if you went through the Money Manifestation Reboot series and share some of the wins and the learnings that you got from this program, which is essentially what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be going live here and just sharing what it is that we learned by going through the process of teaching financial abundance. There's a saying somewhere that says, we always teach what we most need to learn. And there have been so many lessons that we've been through as a process of taking our manifestation system called the Manifestation Game Plan. It's a 6-phase manifestation system that we've built. And we taught this framework inside the Money Manifestation Reboot series to the people going through the program so that they could understand these 6 phases and then apply this to their own manifestation journey. So we are going to share our process of what we experienced as we went through this system, because as we were teaching it, we've also been going through and working through this system and this process on our own ever-expanding journeys. It's not like manifestation is a destination. It's really a path that you choose to consciously walk as you realize that you are manifesting your reality in every single moment. And all of us have got ever-expanding desires. When you have a money order of $5,000 a month and that shows up in your world, most of us will set a different goal. Most of us will be looking for something more and something to expand, and that's the nature of this human experience, continually expanding. So we wanted to share. Hello, Melissa. Thanks for tuning in. Cool to see you. We're just going to share some of the lessons that we learned as we went through this program. And maybe the best place we can start with was your idea around the second step of the manifestation. Actually, the first. The first. Go with it, man.
Yeah, so the first step of the manifestation game plan is desire, is really owning your desires and stating out there the thing that you're trying to call into your world. And so with this Money Manifestation Reboot, going back through, doing the exercises and designing them so that the world could consume them alongside with us, we went through the steps ourselves. And so my journey was owning my money desire out loud to my partner, to my friends and family, to the people who surround me in my community. And man, that's so new for me because money has always been something that I don't talk about, that I've dealt with in the shadows, that I've never really come out and owned. That, yeah, I've got old money stories, that, yeah, I have contractions when I go to the ATM. Yeah, I do browse a menu by prices instead of what I want to eat. And this process of going through the 6 steps really opened me up on that first absolute step of really owning that I am calling in financial abundance into my life and I'm going to get there, and letting that be known. And as I went through these steps of decluttering and paying for the order and eventually doing order delivered, like going through all these steps in the community I was in was super awakening. Just having my friends and family know that I'm on this journey just took off the burden that I usually carry on my own with money. And so, yeah, right out the gate, it was super powerful for me. And yeah, I'm going to hand back over to Gareth, who is going to talk about decluttering, which is another huge piece.
So before I do decluttering, I just want to tell you where we are because it's super epic. We are in Mazunte on the beach in Mexico. This is where Matt lives and has been living for the last little while. It's about a 12-hour drive from where we live in Guatemala. And yeah, we arrived here 2 days ago, and it's been such an epic journey of just being able to hang out and, yeah, be back in person. It feels like 2020 has put us all into our own little spaces, and we've been connecting. All of us, and many of us have Zoom fatigue, and that's definitely been true for us. Hello, Diva. So cool to see you. I just wanted to quickly talk into desire. We live in a world where I think many of us are unable to own our desires. We live in a world where it's somehow better to always be in service and giving, and somehow there's some shame around being able to own your desires. And if you've got a money order that you want to call into your life and you're unable to own that desire, like Matt wasn't able to own it up until this process of standing in the group and saying, this is my order, this is what I'm calling in, you're going to battle to be able to manifest anything if you're unable to own that desire. And so it's a really, really powerful thing to have gone through and have experienced. The third phase of the manifestation game plan is probably one of the most important, and I don't want to say difficult, but it's the one that people like doing the least. And this is the idea of decluttering. We call it clear the decks in our manifestation game plan. And really what it has to do with is letting go of any old stories. So decluttering takes two different approaches. One of them is like physical decluttering. So in the case of a financial abundance journey, your physical decluttering is making sure that your bank accounts are sorted, that you've done your tax return, that you've done all of that stuff. That's physical decluttering. And if you're calling in financial abundance, but you've got old tax returns, your credit card statements are all in a pile, you've never been through them, you haven't been a good custodian of money, it's going to be really difficult for you to be able to manifest more financial flow, because it's just an energetic mess of stuff in your world that doesn't have space for more flow. But when you start to do that decluttering, you make space for it. So the physical decluttering is the first part. But for many of us, the second is the emotional decluttering or the energetic decluttering. And this has to do with our old stories about relationships, our old stories about our worth, our old stories about money. If you haven't been through the process of doing that decluttering, you're going to battle to manifest more flow into your life. And so where I saw this show up for me in this manifestation journey was I have a story around financial flow and manifesting. I manifested $1 million by investing in Bitcoin at some point. And it was all exciting. I was overwhelmed completely. I didn't have a plan for the money, which is also the fifth phase of the manifestation game plan. This has all basically come as a result of the journey that we've been on, that we've developed the 6-phase system. But really what happened after that is when the investment came all the way back down, I was in a place where I just wanted to get some cash out. And I basically cashed out all of my investments and I put it into one account. And that's the account that I've been looking at pretty much the entire time over the last 2 or 3 years, since this manifestation showed up in my life. But in going through the decluttering process, as I taught this, I was called to go through all of my old investment accounts and make sure that everything was tidied up and cleaned up and closed. And I'm also doing a tax return. And so all of this decluttering process, which is unsexy and most of the time not fun, we just want to make a vision board item and hope that the money flows to us. That's only the first 2 steps. This decluttering process is a really important part. What happened for me when I went to declutter is I found a whole lot of money in an account that I've completely forgotten that I had. And it was an order delivered for financial flow to show up into my life as I went through the process of decluttering. And I remember my partner has been on a similar journey as she's clearing up some of the old decluttering that she has in her life around her financial abundance. And stuff has started to flow into her life as a result as well. And so decluttering has really been such a powerful part of the journey. And if you are calling in more financial flow, you've taken the time to own your desires, you've clearly placed your order by being very specific about what you want, but you skip the decluttering phase, you're going to really battle to bring financial flow into your life, much as I did, until I'd gone through the process of getting this physical decluttering done, which for me was closing up accounts, and that's where the money appeared. Some more money showed up in my life. But then also letting go of old stories. You need to be completely in your power to be able to say, I'm ready and open to more financial flow flowing into my world. So I just wanted to share that decluttering part because it was so powerful for me to be able to be in the process of teaching this 3rd phase of the manifestation game plan, and at the same time doing it and seeing the instantaneous results that come from decluttering. It's like we have this idea that manifestation happens at a specific time, and actually it has nothing to do with time. It has to do with alignment. And as soon as you come into alignment by getting all of these 6 phases in the right order and in the right way, the money just shows up. The order gets delivered. The partner, the thing that you want, comes as soon as you're ready. As soon as you believe, which is the currency that you use to pay for your order, shows up in your world. And so, yeah, I wanted to share the decluttering process. Super, super powerful to go through. We gave some amazing tools, and we will continue to give amazing tools in our Money Mastery Experience, which is a program that kicks off in the next couple of days. And I'm going to hand back over to Matt to share another he went through as he was helping facilitate and guide the Money Manifestation Reboot. let people ask questions.
If y'all have any questions, just go ahead and pop them into the comments and we can get to them. We'd love to do some jump-in coaching for any of you who are struggling to get through the money manifestation process and going through the steps, have a particular step that you want to dive into, go ahead and drop that question. One of the pieces for me as we were doing this that was so uplifting is this, is this idea of creating this content, putting it out there, and seeing the community form around us. And it was, I just want to say thank you to everybody who participated, to everybody who helped spread the word about this program. Seeing people get raw and share their old money stories and share the burning of those and to call in their new amounts of money and just go through this process was just, it felt great. I was on the phone with my dad telling him about this. Like, we designed this course, we put it out there to the world, and people are doing it. And it was so exciting to see you guys participating day in and day out. And yeah, as we continue on this money mastery experience, which is kicking off next week, we're going to be closing out the year of 2020 the right way, getting all of our old money stories put away, compartmentalized, and dismissed from our world, and really bring in 2021 the right way. You know, we're living in a world right now where there's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world that we really don't know what comes next, and money is one of those. And money for a lot of people is a safety net that you feel like you can weather these storms that are coming up if your money is right. If we could just get the money piece right, and that's what we're going to be doing over these next few weeks as we close out the year and bringing in the right one. And one of the projects I'm going to go into right now that I'm working on in 2021 is around cryptocurrency, is around understanding that realm of electronic currency in a way as well as I understand the fiat currency. The paper money that we trade every day is now going digital. And it's important that, just like Gareth was talking about in Decluttering, that you're able to understand the framework for this new era that we're entering into. And so, yeah, part of my journey in 2021 and with the Money Manifestation Experience is going to be introducing those digital currencies to manifestation, you know, to understand how financial abundance can flow from a lot of different areas, and digital currencies is one of them. So,
Sweet.
Yeah, what else are we talking about?
So I'm going to quickly jump into the fifth phase. I see Katie Sleeman asked to rename the steps again. The 6 phases of the manifestation game plan are: number 1, desire, your ability to be able to own your desire. Number 2 is placing your order. We have this analogy of a factory, and we've got this process of being able to place your order, which means getting really clear about what it is that you want. The third, which we spoke about in the previous section, was clearing the decks, doing the decluttering that you need to do. The 4th phase is around paying for your order. The factory analogy extends to this idea of paying for your order with belief. How do you develop the belief that what you're trying to manifest and call into your world, how do you get to that place where you believe that you're worthy of the manifestations that you're calling in? The 5th and second last phase is called release. This is the moment where you let go of all of the doing, where you've taken inspired action, you've done all of the decluttering work, and you trust that whatever shows up in your world is a perfect reflection of your internal belief system. And for some of us, that's hard to do because we think we want something more, but we don't believe that we're worthy of it. And this process is what's covered in the 5th phase of release. And the 6th phase is order delivered. This is when what you've been calling in shows up in physical form and manifests in 3D. It's that powerful moment when you realize that your actions in the present moment make a difference in the future. And that self-responsibility piece is really the part of any lifestyle design journey where no one's coming to save you. No one's going to do this stuff for you. No one's going to do your decluttering for you. No one's going to continually hand stuff out to you. And many of us live in a world where we do, where things just come to us, people support us or whatever. But it's not a very empowering place, and it's not often a place that you can create from an inspired place from. And so I wanted to share something from phase 5. And what that does is it flows from this money that I found when I did my decluttering. And that is that sometimes your orders get delivered in a different way than what you expected that they would. And so where that's shown up for us is I found a whole lot of money in this account that I had no idea that I had. I had been calling in financial abundance into my life. We thought that we were going to make financial flow from this particular launch. And to be honest, it hasn't really gone the way that we had thought that it was going to go. We haven't seen the results that we had hoped for on this first launch. Now, we can sit around and dissect exactly what those reasons were. And we plan to do a post game, as we do on all of our projects, to see where we can improve next time, get feedback from our community. But when you're not looking at the whole picture, sometimes you're so focused on the results coming from one specific place. And when they don't come from there, you think that orders are not working and it's not showing up the way that you want. But when you look at the big picture, sometimes you're calling in $5,000 a month and you don't get a raise from your boss, but you buy a house and you get a tax rebate for $50,000. And you sometimes don't add those into the equation, and your orders are being delivered in specific ways, but they often don't come from where you want them to come from. And so for me, that was really about saying, you know what, the little I wants it to come from this way, where I do the things, I did the launch, we went through MMR, we got all the people, and we expected a result of X, and it didn't come that way. But in reality, we both received financial returns bigger than we had been hoping for, but they came from different places. And that's really the release phase, where you start to say, you know what, this can come from different ways. It comes from different places. The universe and the factory delivers to you in different ways. And you need to be open to tracking those things. And we, one of the tools that we have inside the Money Mastery experience is our Live More Perfect Days financial tracker, where you track everything, the actual money that arrives in your world, but also the value that you receive. You know, when someone buys you lunch, or someone gives you a discount, or someone does something, that's really the factory delivering your financial order to you. And as you start to track those things, you start to see that they come from, your flow can come from different places. And being okay with that and accepting that is part of this journey. So yeah, that was really the key lessons that I learned in going through this process of this financial abundance journey, and understanding how we can use the 6-phase manifestation game plan to be able to bring more financial flow into our lives and into the lives of the community that have been on this journey with us. And so that's really some of the wins that we had. Have you got other stuff that you know? So Matt and I are excited about the Money Mastery experience. I will put a link in the comments below here. And the registration and enrollment for this program closes tonight. The program kicks off next week. We're going to do 2 weeks now in December, sort of a setup, getting everybody onto the same page, making sure that you're ready. We do something called the pregame for the program. And then we're going to take a couple of weeks off over Christmas and New Year so that everyone can spend time with their families. There will be additional material for you to be able to go through in that time, and exercises for you to be able to do. But we'll pick it up again more formally in the first week in January, and then run until towards the end of Feb. So it'll be a total of 10 weeks if we go through this Money Mastery experience, where we will deeper dive into the 6 phases of the manifestation game plan, and at the same time spend a lot more time going through each of the individual phases, like the decluttering process, like the paying for your order phase, like the release phase, etc., so that you can use it to bring financial flow into your life. And so, yeah, it's been an honor to be able to go on this journey together. It's been amazing creating with you, bro.
Yeah, man, it's been good.
Our team has been next level. We've had so much production and effort, and life force has gone into the production of the Money Mastery, Money Manifestation Reboot. And yeah, just to be able to pull all of these together, it's been a process of emails being written and videos being produced and content being scripted, etc. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been involved. Our entire team has pulled together. We've worked long, hard hours to pull this together. And yeah, proud of what we've done and proud of the results that we've seen inside our community. So just want to say thank you so much to all of you that showed up, to Melissa for facilitating this group, and the continued work that you do in, yeah, being a steward of this work, teaching people about manifestation. And yeah, for those of you that trusted us to go on the Money Manifestation Reboot, thank you. For those of you looking to continue your journey, we're looking forward to welcome you inside the Money Mastery experience. And yeah, looking forward to creating with you into the new year.
All right, y'all. That's it. Goodbye from Mexico.
So good to see you guys. Thank you so much for trusting us and for joining us on this journey. And we'll see you inside Money Manifestation.
Money Mastery Experience. We're going to get this.
The Money Mastery Experience. Till next time, much love. Ciao.
See y'all.